everyone, welcome back to the Family of Three. I'm Rebecca.
I'm Madison.
And I'm Jono.
And today we're here at Mama to go to Hobbiton.
And we're going to do the second breakfast tour, so that means we get the tour all around the Hobbit holes and then we get to have breakfast there.
Yep, show you a lot of fun. I think we're going to head inside in a minute and check ourselves in.
We're on the bus now.
You make that, they all just get thrown away, and so I'm delighted that Hobbiton has managed to survive, and I'm really pleased that you're taking the time to visit it, and I hope that you enjoy yourself.
We've taken the bus here and now we'll be doing our tour.
As we were doing the second breakfast, we got to be the first tour of the day. It was really cool because it meant that there were no other groups around. Usually if you've visited Hobbiton, you'd know there's lots and lots of crowds, so it was really cool getting to have it that quiet and still and listening to all the birds that were around. We even got introduced to the resident cat that now lives on the Hobbiton movie set that I've had for about 7 or 8 years. Hey, so we're just making our way through the movie set. We're just coming up on an area called the Dell. It's a common area in the movie where a lot of the hobbits hung around in sort of a communal space. There's 44 hobbit holes on the tour, so we're sort of seeing a few of them now and just will continue looking around as we go.
So I just wanted to tell you all a quick little story about how the farm was discovered here. In 1998, Peter Jackson sent his location scouts all around this part of New Zealand, and they were looking for those key features. So did you see the party tree? Yep, a huge tree right here. They were flying over top, saw the tree, and they went knocking on the Alexander homestead. It was a Saturday afternoon and Ian was watching a game of rugby on TV, as all good Kiwis do. This guy was knocking for quite a while on the door, and you guys want to come in a little bit further? Sorry, yeah, perfect. And he got out of his chair and said, "Can I help you?" And the guy said, "I'd like to look around your farm. We're interested in filming in the area." Ian said, "Well, I'm getting back to my rugby game, but you know, feel free to go down and have a look by yourself. Just please make sure you shut the gates behind you. Please don't mix the sheep up." So he came down here, he took some photos, drew some sketches, then he left. And it was about 6 weeks later he returned to the farm and he brought with him representatives from New Line Cinema and Peter Jackson. And they all sat around the table in the homestead. Peter Jackson said to Ian, "You have what we need. We would love to film part of Lord of the Rings on your farm." And Ian looked at him all confused and said, "Excuse me, Lord of the what?" He'd obviously never read the books, but his son Russell had. He saw Russell coming down on the video. He told me he gave his dad a kick under the table at the time and was like, "I think we should be part of this experience." So the first set was built here for the Lord of the Rings in 1999, and that movie set was made out of temporary materials like plastic and polystyrene. So after they finished filming, they started to pull the movie set down. Halfway through this, they were hit with a lot of rain in the area and it was too dangerous to continue, so they put a hold on the demolition. And during this time, the first film was released, The Fellowship of the Ring. And the locals here, they could see those Kaimai ranges in the background, they could see parts of the farm, and they wanted to come and have a look at the movie set. So this gave the family an idea to start doing tours. And they did their first tour out here in 2002 with 4 people in a minivan. And when people came out here, they didn't see very much. It was only about 17 hobbit holes that were left over. So they just looked like white pieces of plyboard into the side of the hill. People had to use their imaginations. And they were doing these tours until 2008. And that's when Peter Jackson came back to the farm and said, "How about we do the Hobbit trilogy?" And Ian says, "Well, that sounds great. On one condition, when we rebuild the set this time, let's build it permanently so we can do the tours when you leave." And that's exactly what you see here today, a permanent movie set. It took them 2 years to build it. And not only just to build it, to establish all the gardens and everything like that. So the film crew were here filming for The Hobbit at the end of 2012 for about 5 weeks. But during those 5 weeks, they only captured 12 days of footage for The Hobbit. So that's right at the beginning of the first Hobbit movie when Bilbo says he's going on an adventure. And do you remember at the end of the Battle of the Five Armies, the third Hobbit movie, Bilbo's come home, he's got his chest of treasure with him, and he realises hobbits are walking past him because they're auctioning off his property from his home at Bag End. And he's like, "What are you doing? They're my mother's spoons. Like, what's going on?" So what we're going to do is make our way up the hill. turn your attention to Bag End. Let's talk about this beautiful hobbit hole. A lot of filming happened out the front here of Bag End. Of course, we had the big famous auction scene here. You can see the little bench down here where young Bilbo was sitting in the first Hobbit movie. Do you remember he's smoking his pipe in the morning? It's the very, very first scene of the film. And he's enjoying his alone time. Okay. Then Gandalf decides to just walk up to the gate and they have that little chat. Completely changes his life from that moment on. Okay. The benches at the top of the stairs to the right of the door for the Fellowship of the Ring. Do you remember older Bilbo and Gandalf sitting up there again, smoking their pipes, watching the sun set before the birthday party? Problem with this scene though is the sun sets behind us. Okay, so they got all the actors up early in the morning, filmed it with the sun rising and played it in reverse for a sunset. Why not?
Hey, up on the hill behind me you can see the tree. It's actually an artificial tree. For the Lord of the Rings they used bits of a real tree and made one, but then for the Hobbiton movies they had to redo it and make it a smaller tree because it was in theory a younger tree because it was set before the Lord of the Rings movies. So yeah, that one's artificial. It's got 376,000 fake leaves on it as well, and it's obviously leaves all year round.
So down there is the green dragon, and then as we come up here, this tree up here is called the party tree. And so they would have held all their parties all on the lawn over here. So we're heading to the Green Dragon now, and we're going to be getting our complimentary drink. They have a few different drinks to choose from, and then after that we're going to be heading over to the other building and having our second breakfast. So we'll bring you along into the Green Dragon so you can see what it looks like. So we've got our ginger beer now, and we're just going to go grab a seat in the Green Dragon. Cheers! What do you think, Mason?
Good.
Yeah, does it taste nice? How do you find it, Dino?
Yeah, very nice. Nice drink, nice tour.
So this is the mill, and this is where we're going to have our second breakfast.
Yep.
Inside there.
Yep. Normally when you come on the tour, you do the tour and then come over to the Green Dragon where you get your drink with the second breakfast. Yep, they bring you back over the bridge and then you go to the middle area to have your breakfast in there. For anyone thinking of maybe going on the second breakfast tour, adults are $149 with children $49. So it's not the cheapest of things, but definitely worthwhile. You do have to be up quite early. You get there around about 8:30 and it lasts about 3.5 to 4 hours. So yeah, it's good experience, lots and lots of fun, and well, in our opinion, good value for money as well. The second breakfast has only been running for this year so far. It runs about once a month at the moment, and they've only started it recently because previously the mill house wasn't able to be used as a venue because it didn't have the right licensing permits. They've done the dinners for quite a while, that's over in the Green Dragon, but yeah, the breakfast part has only recently started. So we've just finished up inside. It was a good feed, lots to pick from.
Yeah, there was a big range of food. There was hot food, pastries, fruit, and then they also cater to different dietary needs, which is nice. There was even food that Madison found she liked.
Yeah.
So we'll just finish up here. I think our group's just about to catch up with us. Then we'll head back to the buses, and the bus will take us back up to the top where you meet at the start of the tour, and we'll have a look around the information centre and the gift shop. Yeah, we'll see you back up there. Hey everyone, that was an amazing journey. We're glad you came along with us. It was a fun morning. It's getting on to about lunchtime now, so it was about a 4-hour tour of the set, and we really had a good time.
Yeah, it was amazing.
It was. It's our third time coming through the movie tour set. The other 2 times we've just done the standard tour, but this time obviously we added the second breakfast. So yeah, lots of fun, highly recommended, and yeah.
Yeah, it was a great time.
Don't forget to come along with us next time as we do more things.
And don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Bye!